Hello, Planet Fam. So happy to have you here. So in today's sticker therapy session, we will be celebrating my engagement. I know that does nod more towards Christmas, but I absolutely love it. I just wonder if there's another one I was thinking about. Okay, I guess I was thinking about the blue and red. So let's see. Is there any that I have two of? I think I'm gonna do this. What do you think? Is it too Christmassy? Anyway, I didn't do my intro. Welcome to the Sticker Therapist. I am Andrea. I am thrilled for you to visit me here on my channel. If this is your first time, I look forward to getting to know you. Feel free to comment below as I chat about life and so forth. So today I thought I would share our engagement story. First, let's pick what I'm gonna use. There's that. So many choices, right? Live Love Posh has me in a chokehold, y'all. An absolute chokehold. Okay. I think I like this. Are there bigger ones? Yes. This and this goes. Yes. Okay. And then I might pull the other one if I'm going to do the two center. What do you think? So many thoughts, so many thoughts. Okay, let's get started. Let's lay down some stickers. I actually don't have a whole lot of time. Well, I never have a whole lot of time. So my idea is to have it like the pictures are peeking out of the flowers. Let's trim this one. As if they're blooming out of the rose garden or the flower garden. So I worked at a university, and hubby came at the time, I didn't know him, came to visit his sister, and to show off a new car that he had just bought. And she was just so excited that her little brother came to visit her. She went and introduced him to all her co-workers. And then I went down to it. It just eventually, the conversation was going and so forth. So I went to see the car as well. So we got to talking and so forth. And then, like a couple weeks later, his sister, my coworker, came to me and said, "Okay, I am so embarrassed to say this, but my brother is into you. He's been hawking me for your number. Is it okay if I share it?" And I could tell that he was younger. I married 5 years younger, which is a huge joke because I've never even dated anyone my own age. I've always dated older. So it's hilarious to me that I ended up marrying someone younger. But, you know, God has a sense of humor. Anywho, I was like, well, tell him my age, and if he's good with that, then yeah, go for it. And it was mostly because I loved her, you know? It was really a testimony to her, and I felt comfortable with her and everything like that. So it's like how bad could be. And he's not bad looking at all. And I enjoyed our conversation, and it was just a phone call, you know? So I said, okay. And he called right away. He wasted no time. And that first phone call we were on for like several hours, at least 3 hours. So what do you think? I'm thinking like that. Like it's not all just in the center, but it's like, yeah, it's around the center. And then I will, I only have 2 of this direction. So let me put it there and there. So that's when we actually got engaged. Not my favorite photo of me, but a beautiful moment. Anyway, I was in grad school at the university that I worked at, and just very busy, very, very busy. I seriously, I still don't know to this day how we got to know each other and court and get married and everything in that season of my life. Like my days, I basically left home at like, I don't know, 7 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. I wasn't home till midnight or so forth. And I always said that I grew up at the university that I went to, but that's another story. So we talked, and I went out a couple times, just, just talking, like met up at a beach or at the small hangouts. And then eventually, it wasn't long before he asked me to, be his girlfriend, be his formal girlfriend. And then, is that too many? All right, are there any pictures that are very similar that we don't need 2 of? Okay, so like this and this is very similar. And I'm going to keep this one only because it shows both of our faces, even though I love my expression in this one. But this one shows both of our faces head on. Oh, and I have stories about these pictures. Okay, slow down. Let's tell the story one step at a time. Okay, so we recorded, got to know each other. Things were getting serious pretty quickly. And I like it kind of turned though. And are there any of these that I want to cut? Like I cut this, maybe this one. Well, I could trim this one. We don't need the sky, right? And it was evident that we were moving fast. So he talked about me with his pastor. He and his pastor play basketball with a group of others, with a group of other men. 6 a.m. Friday mornings. 6 a.m. Sheesh. And I did think that I would put this over here just so I could have some room to write. Even though this is a back plan, I like to note what I did. It helps with my weekly review. If I did it like that. Okay, so I'm doing the flowers around it. So I'll put the pictures down first. Well, let's put some boxes. And then I'll do the florals absolutely last. I don't think I've ever done that. Anyway, when he approached me about doing premarital, I don't know, it just felt right. And so I was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. And so we did a premarital course at his church, which was a mega church, and I was raised in a very small church, and so it was a very different environment. And quite frankly, I didn't have the best thoughts about mega churches. I was like, you get lost in them. Like I never saw myself attending a mega church. And but that small group was wonderful. We're even friends today with the leaders of the group that we were in. And one of the other couples that was doing premarital is the godparents of one of our sons. So we definitely found community there. I like to do a large box, as you know. If you've been here for a while, you know I like to do a large box here. This is my home planner. So we started doing premarital, and that was going well, and it's not easy. There's definitely some, things that you work through, and all these questions and all your assumptions and thoughts on marriages are challenged and so forth. So it was a very growing season. And not all the couples, when I say it's not easy, it's not easy. Not all the couples that were there ended up getting married. And we know of a couple who divorced shortly after getting married. So it was no little, let's just follow the book and stuff. It was a challenging, introspective course. And we grew a lot and learned about each other a lot and things like that. And I love that we did it before getting engaged. So I would recommend that for anyone. Anywho, I think we finished it maybe early January. But like I said, I was busy in my master's program. And I don't think I just had time to worry about, is he going to propose? And I don't remember having any anxiety. I was just very sure about us. I wasn't worried about the timing. I wasn't worried about anything. And there was a lot going on in my life, in like family drama and all this stuff. There was a lot going on. So I just did not have time to fret about when is he going to propose and stuff. I was just very sure that we were for each other, and when the time is right, it will happen. So one day on the 1st, like I said, it was the anniversary of our courtship, and I had a class. I had classes that night. It was a Thursday night, and I had classes, and so I wouldn't be finished till 10, I think. So he said that he would pick me up and we'll just go for a drive. And so that's what I expected. I prefer these tweezers. And it's a 2-story building. And as I was coming down the stairs, I saw one of those things, what do you call them, that holds up like a picture, like a tripod kind of thing. Not a tripod. I guess, yeah, it's a tripod with a backing and everything. Anyway, it had, it grabbed my attention. It had my name and saying something along the lines of, your fairy tale is about to begin, or something like that. And it was basically a scavenger hunt. I had to follow clues that led me to the library on campus. And I entered the library. By this time I'm bewildered and all the things. And I really don't remember the steps between getting from the building where my class was to get into the library. I do remember that there were a couple of steps. It wasn't a whole lot, but there were a couple before I could figure out that it was the library that I was supposed to go to. And then I walked in and the library attendant handed me this album that had pictures of us. But it wasn't full. It was just like in the beginning, right? And later I found out is to indicate that we're, together and growing, and therefore we will fill the album throughout our relationship, our married life together, kind of thing. Anyway, I saw him, and my husband is a Marine vet. When I met him, he was already out of the service, and I've never seen him in uniform. He was in his uniform with a hat on and everything, and just looked very princely and quite handsome, and just took my breath away. And can I talk and decorate at the same time? And took my breath away, and I entered and I was looking through the book, but I was looking up for him. And when I saw him, he started walking away. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? And then eventually he guided me to a certain part of the library. And then he was pointing out the fairy tale books. We were in the children's section. Unbeknownst, like, I know the library, but like I said, I was bewildered. So I didn't recognize what area of the library we were in. And he's pointing out the different children books. And so right there in the fairy tale section of the library, he got down on one knee and proposed. And I exclaimed yes. And it all came like all around, because who was there recording but his sister? His sister was, in an area where I didn't see her right away, recording the whole time. Of course, I don't remember anything he said. He was emotional as well. And I mean, look at these pictures. He barely smiles in a picture. This is one. Look at them. And it's a joke amongst our friends group about whether we can get him to smile. So to see him emotional like that, it was a wonderful, wonderful, lovely experience that I will treasure forever. I am a huge bookworm, as well as he is. We read different things. I'm more into novels and so forth, and he's more into nonfiction. And it was just, everything was just so appropriate. It was very thoughtful. The whole engagement process was very thoughtful. And do you know one of the things that he thought about for proposing to me? He told me some of the things that he thought about. I might only do 2 on this side. Well, this is small, and I might keep it all straight. Yeah. One of the things that he said was, let's bring in some flowers. I think I'll do flowers and then put this on. Is that he had an idea of, because he has friends who are police officers, and he had an idea of having me pulled over, and then, being a whole joke, and then in the end he's proposing to me. I was like, I'm so glad you didn't go with that. That is just, it's not the way to go for me. I'm all about romance. But yeah, he even had pictures of paying for the ring, and his sister told me about how he was going back and forth on which ring to get and all this stuff. And I just learned more about the backstory after the proposal. It was quite lovely. Quite lovely. It was extraordinary, y'all. It was extraordinary. A story that I will treasure. A story in a library. So it's quite appropriate. A story that I would always treasure. Okay. Also, if you've been riding with me for a while, I like to get the backing off to make it easier to remove the stickers and to put it back, the ones that I don't use. I do think I am going to do the thing down the center. And then, I need to do a spread without Live Love Posh. Live Love Posh has me in a chokehold. And I just received the latest order with the newest books of hers. You know what? I should go ahead and take out all the lines in the center. So I'm using a Jelly Roll 08. It just says Jelly Roll. I think it's time for a new one soon. Which is crazy because look at how much ink is in there. I have found that the best way is to go slow. So let me slow it down. See? It comes out much easier when you slow it down. Isn't that a life lesson? Oftentimes We're trying to rush through things, and actually it's more effective to slow down. So I would love to hear your love story. If you have one to share, please be sure to comment below. Enjoy love stories. Okay, I will fast forward to the rest of this. All right, I'm back. I do see the irony of saying, you know, life is often best when you slow things down. And then I said, let me fast forward. Oh well. Okay, let's put down the long strips in the center. I love that she does this. Okay. You don't want to pull too tight because then it will like come up. So you just let it come. And yeah, it's hardly ever where I get it where it's completely straight. So you see, that's going to require some trimming. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Did you see the plan with me for this other spread? Celebrating the Super Bowl. What did you guys think of the Super Bowl? Well, I didn't watch the bowl, but I enjoyed the commercials. Well, come to think of how well did I enjoy it, I can't think of one right now today. It's like, that one was best. But I do remember laughing and so forth at the time that I was watching it. I'm sorry. I was underwhelmed with the halftime show though. I was. I have heard the argument that it's classy and so forth, but I mean, there was nothing changed. The heights of the stage, yes, and that's fantastic feat to be up in the air that high and everything. And I'm not saying that Rihanna herself, you know, especially in her delicate state, should be jumping around and so forth, but it was not a show. It really wasn't. I think they're college halftime shows that are more entertaining. But that's just my stance. I did enjoy the singing, and seeing her again. And like the guy when he was going down the crawling down the stage without hurting himself. It's like, yeah, I could never do that. So accident prone. So I'm not saying it was a complete washout, but it was not my favorite. What is your favorite halftime show that you've seen to date? I don't know if it's my favorite, but one of the most memorable of recent is the one with J-Lo and Shakira. And I think it's because of the political statement, you know, that they made in there, in that one. That really stood out to me. And the performance was rocking. I would love to be that fit at that age. Which is what I'm working towards. Maybe not that fit, but to move my body more intentionally. All right, are you getting the romantic vibe from the spread already? I am. I was thinking of having, getting another book and having icons of love in here. But I think I'm just going to keep it at our pictures. At the time of the filming of this video, it is February 15th. Already celebrated Valentine's Day. How was yours? We don't really do much traditionally to celebrate. I do ask that he does not buy me flowers during that time because I don't want to support those hiked prices and stuff like that. All right, I need some different size boxes, and this only has this and this. So I think I'm gonna grab. Oh, I don't think I have red boxes from Mojo Jojo. Oh, I have pink, and there's pink in here. Yes. Let's grab that. But I have a 5-year-old and 2-year-old sons, and created things for their class. So that was cute and nice. And my 5-year-old wanted to get something for our neighbor. They did pre-K together. No, at the same school. They weren't in the same class for pre-K, just the same school. But now they're in the same class for kindergarten, and they often play together and stuff. And so he wanted to get her something. So we did that. That was really cute. Okay, more whitening out the lines. Sometimes I think I should start out with a blank page, but then it would be like bullet journaling, and I could not keep up with that when I was in it. Okay, then I wanted to layer this right here. And then put flowers on top. So this photo, we were, everything's about his sister. We were helping his sister move. So we were both pretty sweaty and so forth, but for whatever reason, even of all the professional photos, I wouldn't say of the wedding photos. So I'll say before getting married, this is my favorite photo of us. We were just comfortable with each other. We were working through things, and this is our pose. I mean, he's 6'2", I'm 5'4", 5'4" and a quarter. Ha! Every inch counts. And he always does this, comes behind me and take a photo. That's our general pose. This photo of us swimming, I live in South Florida, and we went to the Keys here. That was a lot of fun. Fun fact, he is a Marine vet, like I said, who does not have the strongest swimming skills, I would say. Let's put it that way. I think that's hilarious. I am proud of him and his service and the relationship that he still has with those he served with. There we go. I'm getting faster at that, aren't I? Okay. I don't know why I try to do it with my fingers. It hardly ever works. All right, I need to step this up because I need to leave shortly. I just wanted something over the picture. How does that look? And I think I'm gonna do some decorative dating as well. I say when I just said I need to hurry this up. It's like when I'm taking a shower. I would say that I'm gonna make it quick, but once that water hits me, I forget all thoughts of having a quick shower. It's the same thing with decorating sometimes. When I get into the zone, I don't want to be rushed. That's why I prefer to do this when I'm home alone. And don't see myself being disturbed anytime soon. All right, let's do this at the bottom. I think I'm gonna do it on this side actually. Here. The funny thing about the whole, let him know my age and if he's okay with that, call me. He said he didn't know. She said she told him, his sister said she told him, and my husband said he never knew until we were on a date and I was getting carded for something, because I usually am mistaken for being younger. And I credit that to my parents. Both of my parents are the eldest in their sibling group and are often confused for being the youngest. So it's all in the genes. My sister and I were often confused for being younger than we are, or mistaken for being younger than we are. Floral explosion, y'all. I am going to challenge myself to do like a minimalist spread. Not minimalist, but something I've never done, where I don't try to fill up almost all the white space. Like, I've always loved those spreads that come just across like that, and then maybe a couple boxes and that's it. So I think I might do that in the near future. You've got to push yourself and challenge yourself. This relationship certainly challenged me. He is unlike anyone else I've ever been courted by. I know I sound old school when I say that. It is what it is. Okay, where is the small picture? Because my cross space is a mess already. Okay, here it is. This was after our engagement. I think we're coming from church in that one. And my sister friend took that photo of us. She actually ended up being my maid of honor. She did a fantastic job. All right, come up, come up, come up. You know you want to. You know you want to. I think I want another pink box up there. Yes. Doing a medium pink. I'm gonna have to get another book of the pink boxes. Look at that. Like, So many are missing. You know what? I'm going to learn to use wax paper and like pull boxes instead of keeping flipping through. Help save on time. This is not the book I was using. Functionally red. Yes, this is what I want. I wanted one of those smaller boxes. Let me get it next week. Header. That's what this is for. And I think I'd like to do a flower at the bottom here. So I'm just going to write out the corner here. So you might be asking, why do I use the pen versus the whiteout all the time, since it'll go faster? Well, the whiteout is so strong sometimes underneath the clear, and if you're using the whiteout on big areas, then it tends to take over, and so it takes away from the sticker. So that's why I use whiteout sparingly. There are boxes that are just a little bit bigger than that. Well, I'll leave that. Keep this here so I can find it easier. Okay, let's get to this side. How does this look? Should I put a flower here? I think I shall. How about, if I want more of these, I can get the other sheet. How about this one? Is this where I said I was going to put it? Yeah. Okay. What do y'all think so far? Okay, I don't think I will do the decorative dating. I'll leave that just as it is. Okay. Now I'd like to add some flowers here. Oh no, the this here. And use the pencil again. The pen, the Gelly Roll to dull out that black line. Okay. I think I would rather use a big flower versus a bunch of the small flowers right over here. All right, what do you think? Right here, right? Yes. That right there, and then the Will You Marry Me? Let's see if it, I probably should have printed this on white. So I made this on my Cricut. This was just a image in Design Space, in Cricut's Design Space, that I just cut out from there. it's too dark. So the black can go on there, but not the red, the black text. You can still see that, but not the red. All right, and then I'll do some more here. Hopefully I'll do this side a bit faster. As time is going. Okay, a couple more photos, a couple more flowers, and we are done. Let me remind myself how I wanted to do this. So I think this here, no, this over here. Yeah. And then a long one here. One from our engagement. Yeah, just those two. And then do the flowers around it and we'll be done. Any more boxes? There are no boxes up here. I'll put one up there. I think I'll do one of the pink ones. Yes. It's all about balance, you guys. That black line underneath the box is just screaming out to me. So let's get rid of that line. All right, so I guess I won't be using any bullet points. Let me go ahead and get these pictures down. I am so thrilled with this spread and how it came out. Like any other back planning spread, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get it done, you know, in time to use it live, like in the week of, because I think I would have really enjoyed looking at this all week. But I'll still enjoy filling it in. As I recall how we entered into, what month is this? February. The only thing I think I would change about this plan is that I wish I had printed out a yes, like an answer to the question. Okay, make a decision, stick with it. Okay, let's get some more flowers down. And here I thought I was going to put more flowers from another sheet. I think I can only do one or two more. I was also talking about Valentine's Day. So hubby got me an orchid, which I absolutely adore. And we'll be reaching out, or we'll be studying on how to keep that alive. I've never taken care of an orchid before. So any advice for keeping my orchid alive, I would take. All right, I'm just gonna put down some headers. need another box down here. Oh, the darker reds. Yeah, I like that. As always, out goes the line. Speaking of my husband being a Marine vet, there's this one time early in our marriage where when he came home, he found a note, not me, he found a note with 2 water guns challenging him to a water gun fight. Y'all, what was I thinking? Challenging a Marine vet to anything combat related. I lost so badly, so very, very badly. But we laughed and laughed, and it was a lot of fun, which I guess was the whole point. I'm debating on if I need a flower there, but I don't. And it would be nice to have one layer on top of this, but the picture is so dark you won't even see it anyway. So you know what? I think, oh, I do want to put headers. I was about to sign off, but let's put some headers down. Okay. So those over here. All right. Get it done. I like that. Put that there. Doesn't leave a lot of writing space. So let's do it like that. Get it done. Our priorities. I think I'll put that right here. I think that would be it. There's a to-do, there's task, but I think that's it for the headers. All right, well, thank you ever so much for joining me for today's sticker therapy session. Like I said, I would love to hear your romance story, your love story down below. If you enjoy this, please be sure to like. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit the notification so you don't miss any videos as I upload them. I will be, just be forewarned, I'll be uploading a lot of videos. I've recorded a lot and not been editing, so I have a lot in the pike to edit and upload, so I'll be doing that. And I enjoyed our time together. Thank you and have a wonderfully blessed day. Bye.